So I'm just pulling up in my new 2002 Ram 3500 that I just picked up. I just got back from Illinois. I am finally back home. I'm glad to be back home. Man, I gotta get out and stretch. So, today we bought this 2002 Ram 3500 24 valve Cummins. It is a extended cab long bed. I did want the long bed because the long bed looks 10 times better. I don't like short beds on these trucks since it's an extended cab. But we bought this boy from a boy in South Carolina. Well, the truck was built in South Carolina, but it was sold to somebody in Illinois. It was built by an 18-year-old kid. So we are going to have some fun with this one. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and flip these guys down because what in the world? Why are these flipped up? So we're going to go ahead and flip those down and get her pulled into the shop. So big old plans for this thing. We're going to be custom building Alpharex headlights for this thing. So we're going to get rid of these hideous factory ones and put in some Alpharex ones as long as some Alpharex taillights. As you guys know, Alpharex does not make taillights or headlights for this style of Ram or this year model whatever of Ram. So it's going to be hard, but we're going to do it. So let's start it back up. This thing is deleted and it sounds really good. So I just wanted to give a big old shout out to Wheelman Fab. This is his new Patreon truck. You can get it, link in description, along with all of his other trucks if you're interested. It has simple IC, as you guys can see, so everything works from the tailgate to the hood. Everything on this thing works. Let's actually pop the hood on this thing, if I can get it. It's simple IC can be hard to get, but this thing's got a whole 24 valve sitting under here, and it's very detailed. Everything on this truck was made by him. Well, most of everything was made by him, and I will say, I love this mod. I love this mod. There's just no other way to put it. This is probably one of the best mods out there, so if you're interested, get it, link in description on his Patreon. But, as always, we have big plans for this thing. Big plans, big lifts, big everything. So first off, we are going to go ahead and go to the junkyard, see if we can pick up ourselves a new sport grill, and then we're going to be getting a brand new sport bumper from Bumpers That Deliver, and you can use code MWM24 and get $20 off a $200 or more purchase if you're interested in that. You guys gotta hurry because that code is going to expire pretty soon. Rear bumper is fine, but we just need a sport bumper from the front. We're going to get rid of this factory SLT bumper. So we already have one on the way that should be delivered today. So now all I gotta do is run in, grab a factory sport grill, and we're going to take the tow pig because what better truck to take than the tow pig? So we picked up a new sport bumper from Bumpers That Deliver and a new grill. The sport grill looks so much better. The whole sport front end looks 10 times better. I don't really like the SLT front end. The sport front end will always be on top of everything. This grill does not have an insert, so honestly, I think if we throw an aftermarket radiator in here, it'll look 10 times better. So, next up, things that need to get painted. Actually, the guys in the shop right down there actually are in the back building the Alpharex headlights. So, as I already mentioned, that Alpharex does not make headlights for second-gen Dodges. So, we are currently pulling apart 4th gen and putting them in second-gen housing. So, it's actually did not turn out too bad. I've already seen pictures and I've already seen them in person. It did not turn out bad at all. So, we are going to go ahead and throw the Alpharex taillights in now and wait for them to finish up the 4th gen or the 2nd gen Alpharex headlights, and then you guys are going to see it. Alright, and man, this thing already looks really good. So I honestly don't dig these headlights in white because it looks kind of funny. So we are going to obviously end up repainting this truck as we always do. This paint isn't in really good condition anyways. There's like diddly for clear coat, and second gens are notorious for their clear coat coming right off in the sun. So typical second gen stuff. Alpharex taillights are looking minty fresh as always. Alpharex outdid themselves on these. So, well, technically Wheelman Fab did, but this is real life. So, anyways, next up, because this truck is going to get repainted, we are going to put the lift on now. So I'm going to have to wait for the lift to get here. It's a bigger lift, so it's going to be coming on the same semi, and the lift is coming with the wheels, as it always does. So we're going to throw the lift on, and while the truck is getting repainted, we're going to get this truck powder coated, because the lift does not come powder coated. Well, it comes powder coated, but it doesn't come powder coated in the color that I want it to, and there's no way to change that, so it's like, okay, I'll just powder coat it myself. So we're going to throw it on. You know, you may ask, why would I throw on the lift? That's just to get everything done at once, honestly. I know it's kind of stupid, but I'm just like that. But anyways, I'm going to wait for the lift and the guys to get up here. Guys are hanging out in the shop. Lunch break for them. And we're going to get up here, install this lift, and then we're going to take this thing on down to paint colors for the truck. Honestly, I honestly have no clue what color I'm going to go with on this truck, so we're just going to have to stick around and see what color I go with. I actually don't even know what color I want to go with on this truck. I think a nitro blue would look really good on this truck with these Alpha Rex headlights, but you can't beat a red. Red always looks so good. I would honestly stick with the white, but these Alpha Rex headlights are going to look kind of weird with it, because you're not going to be able to see the DRL in these headlights. So, yeah. Not bad, though. Let's check out the tail lights. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That looks so amazing. Anyways, I'm going to wait for the guys to get here, and we are going to install this lift. So I'm starting to think that they didn't send me the lift that I wanted, and, this monstrosity is what happened, honestly. So I ordered this exact lift, all the cradle, everything. As you guys can see, it does not come powder coated. I ordered this, and I don't think it was the height it was supposed to be, because it was only supposed to be like a 16-inch lift, and this is like literally like a 25-inch lift. This thing is like absurdly huge. Like, I don't understand how that got messed up, but we sure have like a 25-inch lift on our second gen now. That's interesting how that got mixed up, but well, we have a 25-inch lift on our second gen. So we did wire the DRL for the Alpha Rex headlights into the startup. So now, when you start the truck, the DRL turns on, because I told the guys that the DRL wasn't working earlier when I tried to turn the lights on, so they're just like, okay, well, I was like, why don't you just wire it into the startup? So that's what they did. I still can't get over how big this thing is. This thing is probably going to be on one of the tallest trucks I've ever built on this channel. This is going to be one of them in the books. So now we're going to go ahead, jump up in her, and pull this thing out, because we need to get this truck to paint. So let's start her up. Let's get a good exhaust start up. Sounding good to me. This thing sounds nasty for having a 4-inch straight pipe. This thing sounds absolutely nasty. Yeah, I'm barely even getting on this thing. It just sounds nasty. So anyways, we're going to hook up the 4th gen to the trailer as soon as I can try and get this thing out of here, because this thing is, the wheels on this thing are so wide that I'm going to knock the shop down. Alright, well, I guess I'll pull up a little bit so I can get the truck out. About here should be good. Grab some pictures for Instagram while she's sitting out here all pretty. Might as well flip these mirrors up. I actually flipped them up already, and I don't think I like them flipped up. It looks kind of stupid, I'm not even going to lie, and I'm a mirrors up guy, but I think down looks 10 times better on this rig. Man, I cannot wait to get this thing repainted and powder coated. So I found a color I don't usually go with that I liked on this truck, and okay, maybe I do like the 25-inch lift a little bit better than the 16-inch lift. We're going to measure this thing, see how big this thing actually is. Shout out to Crooked Horn Fab, by the way, and shout out to Wheelman Fab. So the color that we went with is a bright blue gloss, so it almost has a purple shine to it, and it's actually really nice. This thing is really shiny. I mean, look at the shine on this thing. The shine on this truck is just completely unbelievable. So powder coat, we also went with the same bright blue. And it's also the same color as the truck, and it is shiny as well and not satin. So this truck also, as I told you guys, was like super wide. That is because we did throw on 2-inch spacers, which 2-inch spacers is nothing for this truck. We could probably even push it out to 3 or 4. As you know, the Golden Cummins on Instagram, he has literally like 6-inch spacers on his truck. I think it's like 6-inch Bora off-road spacers. It is like absurd. But this truck might look cool, but it's not going to look cool at night because we're missing something in the wheel well fenders called rock lights. So we got that coming, and then we have an MBRP exhaust coming. Oh, MBRP exhaust is already here, and the rock lights are already here. But the exhaust should help us down a little bit better, and the rock lights will make this thing an absolute spaceship. Alright, so I just ran the handy dandy toolbox back over there because we are officially done with this build. We do have some rock lights in here. We got 3 in each fender. These are 28 LED in each fender up here. As you guys can see, man, this thing just looks so good. The fully paint matched rear bumper and the Alforex tails. It's just something, man. So we also got an MBRP axle dump thrown under there, as you guys can just barely see right there at the tip. So now we got to turn the lights on, see if we can see how bright this thing is. Holy crap, I got to jump in here. Man, I'm getting too old for this. Anyways, okay. Yeah, these are brighter. These seem almost a little bit brighter than any of the other rock lights I've had on my truck. We do have some FSD goodies coming in the future if this truck doesn't sell. But man, this thing looks purple now. Like I told you guys, it has like a little purple tint to it. This thing looks purple under here. That's crazy. I can almost walk under this thing. If it wasn't for the links, I would literally be able to almost probably, actually, I might be able to walk underneath this. Nah, my head would hit the bumper, but still, that is absolutely insane that I can almost walk under the truck without ducking. I still have to duck, but without ducking, I'm almost, you guys can see I'm just barely scraping my head on this bumper. Actually, no way, we just walked underneath the truck. My hair scrapes that, but that's pretty impressive. But anyways, let's hop in and see if the MBRP made a difference. Let's come back here. Maybe the turbo sounds a little bit louder, but not too much of a difference here. Let's get her on out of here. I went out a little fast for that one. Alright. Yeah, this thing is kind of slow right now. She needs some FSD goodies. Maybe a Fleece Cheetah turbo. Make that whistle a little bit louder. Actually, hold on. Actually, I do remember the owner saying something about a turbo, so there is possibly an aftermarket turbo on this thing already. I doubt it's a Fleece Cheetah, but there could be a Fleece Cheetah turbo in here right now, and I'd have absolutely no clue. But if not, we'll probably end up getting a Fleece Cheetah turbo from this thing, FSD valve cover, a couple other goodies from Full Send Diesel. He'll hook us up, but let's get a couple pictures for Instagram in front of the shop. Thinking probably about here is going to be good. Let's flip up our mirrors and see if it'll still look stupid or not. I think it looks better with the mirrors down. Now it's time for that question. What are you guys thinking? Does she look better with the mirrors up, or does she look better with the mirrors down? Honestly, I don't feel like getting hate today. I'm just kidding. I feel like getting hate any day, but I honestly think the mirrors look better down. Can't tell me she doesn't go hard with the mirrors down. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm a mirrors up guy. So, I'm glad we went with a different color than white, because you can now see the DRL on these headlights, and it makes it look so much better. We should be getting a radiator sometime soon, but I'm gonna put this video out before we even put the radiator in. So, it'll look a lot better, not having a grill insert. I know a lot of people don't put their grill inserts in for their second gens, but, let's get some interior pics while we're here, if I can open the door. Oh yeah, look at that, man. That is insane. I could literally go underneath the door and just barely scrape my hair and my head a little bit. But that is looking so good up in here. This is going to do really good on an Instagram video. I'm not even going to lie. Let's see if we can shut this thing, because this thing can be a pain in the butt to shut. Simple IC, man. I meant in real life. There we go. Okay. Now that we got that, we are going to pull her in front of the shop, take some pictures for dealership listings, and get this thing sold. I actually might not even sell this truck. Like, I honestly don't even know if I'll sell this truck, because I did end up selling. If you guys didn't notice, I literally ran out of trucks down there at the dealership, so I had to make the decision to sell Wheelman Fab's other 22 F350, and so we don't have that truck anymore, unfortunately, so I think we're going to have to probably keep this one, just for now, until we have to sell it. One more truck won't hurt. I think actually we're going to keep this one. I'm going to go talk to the wife, actually, and see if she'll let me keep this one for a little bit. Well, boys, I think we did it. She said that we can keep the truck under one condition. What is that condition? You have to hit the subscribe button. And if you hit the subscribe button, I get to keep this beautiful blue second gen. Please hit the subscribe button so I can keep this beautiful blue second gen. Did you hit the subscribe button? Ah, thank you, man. I thank you so much. Anyways, now that we get to keep the truck because of you, I appreciate you so much. We're going to go open the garage door. I'll probably get a couple more pictures of this thing, but we're going to pull her in after this because we are going to put all the trucks in tonight. It's getting cloudy, as you guys can see back here. We're expecting some strong storms tonight, is what they're saying again. Some wind already took off some of the limbs on these trees, and I'm going to have to cut those down eventually, but hopefully it doesn't get too bad here. We're going to put the trailer in the shop. We're going to put literally everything in the shop. Put this trailer in the shop too. Everything is going in the shop tonight so it stays safe from hail. When they're saying the biggest threat is going to be wind, but I don't need a tree falling on my trailer or something like that. So, with that being said, it is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, Wheelman Fab's truck is linked in description on his Patreon, and you can get a couple of my other trucks on Patreon. You can get these 2 trucks on my Patreon, you can get that truck on my Patreon, you can get like 10, 12 more trucks on my Patreon. So, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video, but before that, me and It's Optic are racing to 10K subscribers, so since you subscribed and that I can keep the truck now, your subscribe helped a lot. It helped a lot more than you'll ever know. So, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Love you. Bye.